My name is Jesus Garcia, and I wanted to start these video series to kind of show you a little bit into my life and share my life story with you to hopefully help you in any way that possibly can through my life testimony, through my struggles, through what I went through. So let me start off from the beginning, which is I was born with a medical condition called Marfan syndrome, which is a heart disease that it's not terminal. It's just something that you have to keep looking into as you grow because it could potentially be dangerous if it got worse. So for most of my life, I lived a pretty normal life, like any other kid my age. The only difference was that I couldn't play any contact sports because of the risk of me getting hit in my heart, which was not a good thing. So for 14 years of my life, I lived pretty happy. Um, I I went to school. I went to everything. I got to live pretty normal until I turned 14. When I was 14, I went to my yearly medical visit with my cardiologist, and that's when they faced me with the decision, um, or with the choice that I had to make. I had to either get open heart surgery to fix my heart problem, or run the risk of letting the heart problem get worse and potentially die. And for me, at that point in my life, I was just starting to live. So I was, like, you know what? I'm going to do this. So I did. I chose surgery, and it was a scary thing for me because no one wants surgery, especially when you're 14. So it was a difficult time, but I went with it. And on January 19th of 2015, I went into surgery that day, and I went in being able to do everything that every other kid in this world can do. The only thing was that I didn't look like every other kid. I was thinner, I was taller than anyone else, but that to me was not an issue. Um, and so I went into that surgery very optimistic of the outcome, and so that was that. And then as the next day passed, things just didn't go as planned, and they went downhill completely. That surgery was supposed to last 12 hours, and I did not wake up until that following Wednesday, so I was asleep for 2 entire days, um, which is not normal whatsoever. And when I did wake up, I was completely paralyzed. I was in a vegetative state, so I couldn't do anything. I was pretty much dead in the sense that everything that I was able to do before, I could no longer do. I was attached to every medical machine that you could possibly think of because that was the only thing keeping me alive apart from God. And that was a very hard traumatic experience in my life because it changed my life for for the worse physically, but I tell that story because although things did not go as we all hoped and planned, I gained so much out of that whole experience. I was in the hospital for almost for 4 months in that ICU unit and then more months in rehab. But thanks to that experience, I now am the person that I am today. I learned to value everything that I have, and the things that I don't have, I learned a new way to appreciate um, the things that I can't do. I learned how to do them differently. So I've been very blessed with that. I've been blessed with so many people wanting to know about me and telling me that I've been an inspiration. So having gone through that whole experience, it was horrible for so many reasons, but I believe that everything happens for a reason, and thanks to God, I am here today telling my story because according to the doctors, I was no longer going to have the life that any other human would want. I would have the worst life possible. I was not supposed to be alive. Doctors asked my parents if they wanted to disconnect me from life support many, many, many times. And of course, my parents said no. And we're a very religious family, so prayer was our biggest weapon through all of this, and that is what kept me alive for so long till this day, and what kept us going. Um, and so, something that I made sure to never lose was hope and optimism and faith, because those three things and my family is what kept me going, kept me fighting every obstacle that was in my way. And thanks to that, I can now say that I will never take anything for granted. Right now, I am able to talk. I am able to eat. I regained the majority of what I had lost after that surgery. I cannot walk just yet. I am a quadriplegic, so that that's still a work in process, but that's something that I will overcome. I will walk again, and I know that that's going to happen not only because I have faith in God and I trust that I'm going to keep working on it, but I was told I was not going to breathe by myself again. I was told I was not going to eat, yet I have overcome those obstacles. So never and impossible are not in my vocabulary. Those words of those pessimistic words have been actually good for me because I've taken them and turned them into a positive. So now what I want to do, what I think is my mission and my purpose, is to share my life story with you and help those people that are going through struggles like mine or any other struggle for that matter. I want to be that person that I did not have to look up to and be like, okay, if he did it, then I could do it. So I hope that what you get from this is that miracles do exist. Hope is the last thing you have to lose. You can never lose hope, because if you don't have hope, if you don't have faith, then there's nothing else I could possibly do to help. But with just having those two things, I guarantee that your life will be a lot better than it has been, no matter what you're going through. And also know that whatever you may be going through, You are not the only one. You are not alone. And that is another reason why I wanted to do this, because I want to make sure that no one feels that way. Nobody feels alone, because it does suck. It's not good, and many people feel that when something so bad like what happened to me happens to them, they feel like their life is over, and I want them to think otherwise. So if you resonate with my message and you want to hear more, please uh, comment down below and subscribe, and hopefully we could keep making more videos to answer your questions, to help you. And feel free to message me if you have any question, and I would love to make more videos on whatever subject you might want to hear. So thank you.